Hello Pisces, this is the Mystic Kitten. My name is Michelle. We're going to do a reading tonight. I'm calling these readings Cards Tell All. I'm not asking specific questions, I'm just letting the cards kind of tell their own story. It's going to be a pretty in-depth reading tonight. Thought I'd do something a little more fun and more detailed for the third week of March. So, please like, subscribe, and share the videos so that we can hit a broader audience so that these messages can get to those who need to hear them. If this does not resonate with you, which it can't resonate with everyone, please remember to always check your other signs. I encourage you to do that anyways so that you can get clarification even if this does resonate with you. Cross watchers, you got to switch those energies. If you're looking for a private reading, you can find me on my Facebook page, Mystic Kitten. We can discuss that there. And I think that's all the talking that I am going to do. So, let's get into this. We're going to start with some Wisdom Oracle cards. We're going to clarify those with Tarot. Then we're going to do a couple Goddess cards. We'll clarify those with some Tarot. And then I will pull some Gateway cards for you at the end, which are also Oracle cards, but they come with their own little message. So, let's see what the cards have to say, Pisces. Pisces. What do you have for me, Pisces? One more card for Pisces, please. That's a nice card at the end, Pisces. All right. So the underlying energy for... Oh, I love that. The underlying energy for this reading is love. And I think this doesn't just mean love, like as in a love reading. I really do believe that the cards are talking a lot about loving ourselves this month. And I think that your reading is definitely no exception to that. So your past energy is the High Priestess of Water. I feel like you guys have definitely felt some strong emotions over the last little while with retrograde leaving and still being in the foreshadow. Foreshadow? Aftershadow. You may still be feeling a little bit of residual bullshit coming up. But the High Priestess of Water also invites us to look within and summon our intuition and really feel what that's like. Really acknowledge everything that we're given by our intuition, right? Your current energy is honesty, and I think that that's really great. And you guys are finally starting to allow yourself to be honest with yourself, and that's, you know, coming out of the High Priestess of Water and moving into honesty is a really great thing, because that's giving you the ability to be honest with yourself. And if we can't be honest with ourselves, we're definitely not going to be honest with anybody outside of our own self. With that being said, I do know that Pisces hate to hurt feelings. And so oftentimes being honest can mean hurting feelings every once in a while. Not intentionally, but you know, sometimes the truth is hard to hear, and just because it's hard to hear doesn't mean that it's not appreciated. So even though sometimes you might feel like it would be a better option to saw off your own arm than to be honest, I encourage you to start with being honest with yourself and embracing that feeling. And you'll see that the people who love you, the people who matter the most, will embrace your honesty and be so thankful for it. Fulfillment is your future, your immediate future energy. And I can totally see that. Going through this wave, fulfillment being at the end with the love being overall, what a great way to close out that cycle and move into the next month, move into the next season. Oh, that's beautiful. So let's get some some clarification cards for these energies here. 2 more shuffles. Clarification for the High Priestess of Water, please. Perfect. So clarifying the High Priestess of Water, you've got the 4 of Cups. You've got the 8 of Swords. And you've got the Moon in reverse. So this tells me that the process of going within and learning who you were and rediscovering your intuition was not easy for you. The 4 of Cups speaks to reminiscing on the old. It talks about rediscovering old hurts, old wounds. It talks about dwelling a little bit on the negative, not seeing the positive side of the negative. The 8 of Swords talks about lies and deception, feeling blindsided or left out in the dark, not being told whole truths. And the Moon in reverse tells me that you had a sense of lost hope. You had to work through some painful truths that made you really face like what a new reality had to look like. For some, I'm seeing infidelity that had to be faced. For some, I'm seeing like life path falling apart and having to really dig deep and discover and own your part in that. So let's move on to honesty. Whoops. These cards are so slippery. They shuffle so good though. Clarify honesty for me for Pisces. Clarification for Pisces on honesty in current energy. Oh, Pisces, you may have a Leo coming into your life. So, clarifying honesty, you got the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Strength card. This tells me that you're still in this stage right now. You're still dealing with some of those dishonestness. You're still working through a little bit of that that pain, despair. But pairing the Nine of Swords with this honesty card and the Ace of Swords in reverse, that tells me that you have identified it, and though you're still working through the pain, you've identified it. And I mean, that's half the battle. And this Strength card speaks to digging deep, allowing yourself the time to heal that's necessary, giving yourself, having the strength to say, I need to step back. It talks about finding the willpower within your own self to really be your own champion. It also tells me that you're definitely pulling out of this. This isn't going to take long. You're on the mend. You're starting to see clarity. All right, let's clarify fulfillment. Clarify fulfillment for Pisces, please. Clarification for fulfillment for Pisces in immediate future. Okay, clarifying fulfillment, you've got the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands tells me that you're going to come out of this a little angry. You're going to have your defenses up. You're going to lock your emotions away for a while, take your emotions off the table. You won't be offering them to anybody anytime soon. And I think that that falls under this love card. You're going inwards rather than handing your love out like you have it in spades. You're going to hold it inside and really focus on healing your own self, which is exactly what you need to be doing right now in order to be able to have that fulfillment, to find that love. However, I think that this is turning you into the Queen of Wands, which is somebody who's a bit, I mean, her confidence, she has a plethora of confidence and she's self-assured, but she's also rigid and manipulative and cold. And she's negative. I want some cards for this Queen of Wands. Can I get some cards? Can I get some clarification on the Queen of Wands, please? I'm not going to use this deck for that. Not this deck. One more shuffle, or two more shuffles. One more shuffle. Can I get clarification on the Queen of Wands, please, in the immediate future energy for Pisces? No, that's too many. Clarifying the Queen of Wands, we've got the Page of Pentacles, the Fool, the Ace of Cups in reverse, And the Hermit. Yeah, you're going to be so focused inwards. This makes more sense for a Pisces. This makes more sense for you guys. So the reason, I don't know that you're actually going to be embodying the characteristics of a Queen of Wands in reverse. What I think it is some people who are offering to help you, people who are coming to offer you their love, their affection, their support, they're going to view you as the Queen of Wands. And the reason for this is because you've gone into kind of this mix of the Fool, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Hermit. Because you're going inward, right? You've been hurt. You're damaged inside. You need to assess and kind of heal. And that's what you're doing, is you're jumping inwards. You're looking at this from a what do I need perspective. And that's not something that we should ever feel guilty about. With that being said, I will ask that you tell those who love you that that's what you're doing, because you don't want to lose the people you love the most in the process of healing. Can I clarify the Love Wisdom card, please, for underlying energy? Clarify the underlying energy love for Pisces, please. Okay, clarifying the underlying energy of love, you've got Temperance, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. What this tells me is you are going to take your time. You are going to weigh your options. You are in no rush. You are in no rush to make offers to anyone. You're holding on to your pentacles. You're holding on to your emotions, everything. You are holding everything very closely. You are putting in the work so that when you are ready to have this love, you are healed and you are whole. That's fantastic. Good job. Yeah, see? And under that is the Ace of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So you're healing yourself. You're healing yourself. You're going through this process. You're healing yourself because you know that you want to offer your cup with your 3D world fulfillment to the right person. You're done messing around with all these people who aren't right. You're done fucking around. You ain't fucking around no more. You want, the next time you give your cup, you want it to be to the right person. And you know what? Good for you. Because after this, why wouldn't you want to wait? I'd wait. I'd be waiting. All right, let's get your Goddess cards. Can I get 2 Goddess cards for Pisces, please? Can I get 2 Dark Goddess cards for Pisces, please? Wow, they must think you've got this under control. Nobody's popping out. Let's try it this way. Oh, it hurts my hands. Oh, yeah, they just wanted to hurt me. That's cool. How many we got here? We got 3. You got Dear Woman, Temptation. I'm going to read the advice from the book for these because I want to make sure that you get the right story. You've got Dee Dee, Revenge. And you got Plethea, Knowledge. So, and then we'll get some clarification once I've read these. So, Dear Woman, Temptation. It says, you have feelings for another. The chance to make a quick buck presents itself. Some things are better left alone. Someone is trying to drag you back. Stay on the right side of the law. Seek help for a relapse. Don't lend money on a whim. If something looks too good to be true, it's because it is. And Dee Dee. We've got, think about what you should do rather than what you want to do. Don't act in haste. Your partner's ex is on a war path. Think through all your options before taking drastic action. Tell someone how you really feel about a situation causing you sleepless nights. Negative behavior needs to be addressed. And we talked about that. And Plethea. All right. Investigate a teacher's credentials and experience before signing up. Studying will open up new opportunities. Stop relying on others to give you the answers. Deep within, you already know. Be open to receiving ascotic information. You have a natural ability to teach. So, let's clarify that a little bit, shall we? Can we clarify, Dear Woman, Temptation, for Pisces, please? Please clarify, Dear Woman, Temptation, for Pisces. Okay, we'll take the ones that turned over. So, clarifying Dear Woman, we've got the Hanged Man in reverse. We've got the Strength card in reverse. And we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And finally, we've got, they're all in reverse. We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This tells me that you're incapable. The Dear Woman's asking you to pull yourself out of this Hangman in reverse, this Strength in reverse. The Hangman in reverse is incapable of looking at things from a different perspective. They're so caught up in the raw emotion. They're not able to see it from other angles to be able to make a clear decision or to be able to truly heal, because they're so fixated on the negative and feeling bad, guilty, upset. Strength in the reverse talks about not being able to allow yourself to see who you really are. It's wearing masks instead of standing tall and being very proud. The strength has showed up twice now in your reading, once in reverse, once upright. I really feel like there's some Leo in someone's chart. If it's your chart, this is to help clarify that this is your story. If there's no Leo in your chart, then I would be wary of a Leo or someone in your life with Leo in their chart. I'm also sensing that there's some pretty insecure Leos cross-watching right now. Yes, I feel you. The Five of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles both being in reverse tells me that you're pulling yourself out of this misery. This things financially in your 3D world should soon be turning around. But if you have something that you want to start, if you have a new business or you want to change careers, now's not quite the time. Allow yourself the time to kind of build up that bank again before you jump into anything new. Don't take any risks just yet. So let's clarify Dee Dee. Clarification for Dee Dee for Pisces, please. Clarification for Pisces, please. So clarifying Dee Dee, we get the Moon in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse. And the King of Swords upright. Or in reverse, sorry. This tells me that whoever the masculine energy is, if this is resonating with you on a love level, the masculine energy right now he is so in his head right now. He is so consumed with thoughts of you moving forward. He could be plotting revenge on you. I would be wary of this person. The Knight of Wands tells me that you have a victory coming. When you finally emerge from this cycle, you are going to be the best version of yourself, and that is going to piss this King of Swords off. Because he's already in his head. He's already thinking about like what might have been and what could have been and what should have been done differently and what they would have done differently and how things could have been different. And then when you come out of this chrysalis and you are this magnanimous, beautiful butterfly, oh, he is gonna be mad. However, you don't see that right now. With the Moon being in reverse, you can't see an end to this. And I understand, and that could be why you're in this state of wanting revenge. Don't seek the revenge. The best revenge we can seek is being the best version of ourselves and living our life. And being so happy and so accepting of who we are, that those who have wronged us will have no choice but to turn themselves into the King of Swords in reverse. They have no choice. Because all you're doing is living your best life. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to. And then it's their turn to either make the choice to do the same or not. And they can live in that King of Swords, because really, it's not your problem. It's not your karma to deal with. That's theirs. Can I get some clarification for Playa? For Pisces, please? Oh, these cards don't want to shuffle too much tonight. I wonder if this is why. 100% that was why. All right. Plethea. Clarification for Pisces, please. Okay, clarifying Plethea, knowledge. You've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. You've got Judgment. The Knight of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. So it seems to me like what this is telling me is that you know that right now you're in the Nine of Cups. You can't see the forest from the trees. You don't believe that there's happiness coming. You're judging yourself. You're judging others. You're judging. Judgy. Everything's a judgment. There could also be some Libra in your chart or Libra in someone else's chart. We could have some Libra cross watchers as well. But this tells me that it's time for you to really... This deck's judgment card is like weighing yourself. It's allowing yourself to be balanced. Understand there's negative thoughts. Understand there's negative things. Understand the world isn't cupcakes and roses all the time. And be okay with that. And be okay with the fact that you're not cupcakes and roses all the time and you're going to have a bad day, and that's okay. And it's okay to tell your friends and your family and your loved ones no once in a while. That's okay too, Pisces. But it's also accepting the fact that your heart is so big and so generous, and realizing that when your Knight of Cups comes and offers you this new beginning, you don't turn into the Queen of Swords and go all cold, because now we have... Don't we have the Queen of Swords up here? I thought we had the Queen of Swords up here already. Regardless, don't turn into the Queen of Swords, who's all in her head and incapable of making a good decision with her heart. Because, Pisces, sweetheart, that's what you are. That's what you are. Your emotions run deep, and they're beautiful, and they're thick, and they're strong. And that's why everyone is always so attracted to the Pisces. Unfortunately, that's why the Pisces can sometimes get a little bit taken advantage of, is because you love so, so deeply. All right, let's pull your gateway cards and we'll be done. I just hate shuffling these cards so much. Can I get 3 cards for Pisces, please? 3 cards of advice for Pisces moving forward for the rest of the month. 3 cards, please. Three cards, would you look at that? Okay, we got Awakening the Ancient Wisdom. Deep inner knowledge is emerging within me. It's all about, and there's that cup again. It's all about going inside and really digging deep so that you can come out and emerge with this beautiful, full cup. And then also being able to have the ability to follow intuition, to know who to give that cup to. Giving birth. I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. See? The rebirth, right? The coming out of that hangman in reverse and that strength in reverse, and really doing the work so that you're not the Queen of Wands in reverse, so that you can be this beautiful, fun, loving, deep, amazing Pisces that you're meant to be. And revealing radiance. My light illuminates the world. And it does, Pisces. You guys, there's nothing like being loved by a Pisces, because they love so fully. But you guys need to remember that you have to love yourself that much too, guys. You have to, because you guys are that amazing that you really should. You deserve to know how great it feels to be loved by your own self, right? All right, Pisces, we'll see you very soon. I hope you did enjoy this. Do please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you very soon. Blessed be, Pisces.